Hey guys, Delta here, and the PlayStation 4 is releasing this week. Literally, it's releasing in a couple days. I have a copy of Killzone Shadowfall here already. Yeah. Anyways, I've been gaming on PlayStation consoles since I was 4 years old, little kid, back in, I think it was 97 the first time I saw the PlayStation 1. And inspired by some of the trailers that Sony's released, I'm going to be talking about my favorite PlayStation memories and really my journey with PlayStation over the last, I guess it's been about 15 years now, 15, 16 years, which is insane to think about. I've been playing video games that long. Also that I'm getting old-ish. And gaming with PlayStation that long, I have so many fond memories of different games and playing those games with friends, and it's insane. So let's hop right in with the PlayStation 1.
I didn't even own a PlayStation 1. My best friend had one, and we would play it almost every day. The games I loved playing were 3D platformers. Crash Bandicoot, Crash 2, Crash 3, Spyro the Dragon, and its sequels. Though especially Crash, that game and that series really resonated with me. We also played a ton of Gran Turismo 2. I don't know why. I find that game kind of dull these days. I have to be in a very specific mood to play it. But I loved Gran Turismo 2. And my favorite game was a combination of the two genres. Well, not really the two genres, but racing and Crash Bandicoot. Crash Team Racing. I absolutely adored that game. This is a game that I played a ton of back then, and I still play quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but I still play around with it today. It was basically Sony's Mario Kart. It was, it was a ripoff, I guess. It plays almost identically to Mario Kart, but with Crash Bandicoot, and I absolutely adored that game back on the PS1. The PS2 was much the same for me at the start, but it was the first console that I actually owned. I had a PS2. I played just about every NHL hockey game that came out on a yearly basis. So that was EA's games, that was the 2K series, and I loved NHL Hits. I played, what was Sony's game? Gretzky NHL? I played that for like the 2 years they released it. I also played a ton of 3D platformers, continuing on from the PS1. I loved the Ratchet & Clank games, Sly Cooper, 2/3 of that 3D platforming trifecta that the PS2 had. I still haven't played Jak and Daxter. I will get on that. My absolute favorite of those games, though, was Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal. That's the game that introduced me to the series, and not just that, it was my introduction into online multiplayer on the PS2. The game had a ton of replay value and was fun as hell in single player, but that online multiplayer, and even the split-screen multiplayer, I spent so much time with that, and it was so much fun. And that kind of threw me into this phase of first-person shooters on the towards the end of the PS2 with Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Black. By the PS3, I was really getting full-on into that first-person shooter phase that it seems like most teenagers do. I had always enjoyed Battlefield. I played 1942 back on the PC, but now I was getting into Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, and buying just about every freaking first-person shooter that hit the market. 2009 was the year that I really got into games in a big way, with two major releases that remain among my favorite games, Killzone 2 and Infamous. I never got to play the original Killzone until last year, but I really wanted to on the PS2. I waited eagerly for Killzone 2 on the PS3 after it was revealed way back in, I think, E3 2005, and that game did not disappoint. I still say it's the best multiplayer shooter, at least on console, in this generation. Infamous was the first game that I got home with on release day and just really binged on it. Even with high school and homework, I was playing that game 5 to 6 hours a day for a week straight until I completed the main story, every side mission, and about 80% of the collectibles.
In the last year or so, I've kind of drifted away from first-person shooters, going back to old favorites like Ratchet & Clank and NHL. But with the launch of the PS4, I'm absolutely going to be playing Killzone Shadowfall. If my PS4 gets here on launch, that is. So that's really it. Those are my PlayStation memories, my favorite games over the years. Let me know what your favorite PlayStation memories are in the comment section below, along here. Despite Google Plus and all that garbage they do now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're getting a PS4 and want me to add on PSN, there's my PSN ID on screen. Hit it up and make sure the message to say you're from YouTube, I'll accept it. I can accept, I think the friend list limit is now 2,000 people, so there's plenty of room. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.